welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Cambria. In today's video, we are working on absolutely everything. I actually started off this day getting my oil changed because this was the week we were leaving on vacation to visit family back in Wisconsin, so I want to get the oil changed, my car washed. We do drive. Bobby nor I love flying. We've flown before, but we just don't like to fly. So we normally always drive, so I want to make sure the car's clean, the oil's changed, and then just obviously everything in the house. The one thing I hate the most is coming back from vacation, especially when it's a vacation of visiting family and stuff like that, and you are just exhausted because you've been running around so much, and then you have to come home and your house is a mess. So my goal is always to get everything as clean and organized as possible before we leave, so that is what we are doing. I'm using the vacuum at the car wash because why not? It's there and it works so much better than my shop vac. But our car wasn't that bad because I didn't know that just the day before Bobby had actually gone and done the exact same thing. Bobby's really sweet. He got me a membership to this car wash so I can go whenever I want. So whenever I'm out, I get my car washed because might as well. So that is really awesome. But then once I got back, I wanted to really clean out the floor mats and everything, steam clean everything, just get the car. It's going to be a disaster by the end of the road trip, let's be honest. But if I can get it in as good of shape before we leave as possible, it'll help in the long run. I feel like all-weather mats are a must no matter where you live. If you have kids and pets, these things save you so much. When we lived in Wisconsin, the big thing was it helped with the salt in the winter, because if you live up north, you guys know the salt gets everywhere, embeds in your car's carpet and everything. But even since moving down here, because it is so sandy where we are at, that the amount of sand that this picks up, and I'm sure you guys know sand is not good for carpeting. It'll act like sandpaper over time and just destroy the carpets. So I love these. And they're so easy to clean. I take them out. I use my drill brush with some soap, and they are practically brand new. You're going to see Freya a lot. She was helping and wanted to use all the things. I gave her that sponge because she wanted the drill, and I'm like, I don't know if I want you to use the drill. So she was behind me cleaning with the sponge as I was getting in here with my drill brush. And then you're also going to see that she wanted to help with the hose as well. We did have a little bit of a meltdown because there was a couple times I had to do it just because she wasn't getting everything. And she wanted to do it all by herself. Miss Independent.
Only meant for me to hear. Promise that your secret's safe with me. You're the only reason. Yes, you're the only reason. Baby, you're the answer to my prayers. Feeling like the world's in our hands. Now I know that this is meant to be. You're the only.
This is when she wasn't as happy with me and ran off because I had to finish rinsing them. She got over it pretty quickly. Luckily, that's pretty normal. She is definitely into the phase of attitude, like she's learned to stomp her feet and things. But she gets over things fairly quickly. Now just going around and steam cleaning everything. You guys know I'm obsessed with this new steamer. I loved the fact that I was able to steam my entire car and not run out of steam. That is why I have fallen in love with this thing, is I can get so much done on one tank of water, where with my old steam shot, it ran out of steam so quickly, and then you gotta wait for it to cool down to refill it. This thing is amazing. And it's nice sometimes. It's not something I would do on a regular basis, But this to get in there, get all the grime off, sanitize everything, make everything smell good. Just everything it does works really well. I know a lot of people would be concerned about the steam around the electronics, but I promise you it's okay as long as, especially if you have a newer car, all of those things are protected. I actually saw on, I can't remember if it was Detail Geek or someone's channel, them using the steamer, and they do like professional car detailing, and that's what gave me the idea that, you know what, I'm gonna go around. One, it'll be really nice because I just have one tool to do everything. My leather, my dashboard, my windows, like everything I can do with this one tool, and it makes life a lot easier in the long run. I also wanted to get in here and do these vents. This is really cool when you do the vents. It like sanitized throughout your whole system. You can see me steaming one side and it coming out a different vent. I just think that is so cool and definitely makes a huge difference of like the smell of your car in the long run.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is.
I did want a little bit of extra protection on the screen though. I'm sure it would have been fine, but I just put the cloth over it to give it that one extra barrier, and then use the dryer side to just completely get it all off. You'll notice like over time, I feel like these touch screens are so, are so hard to clean because of like the oils on your skin and stuff. So being able to get in here and steam clean it and then use the steam shot gets everything out of the cracks. Like if you have something that's like impossible to get out of a crack, if you have any steam cleaner, it works. But just use your steam cleaner, and yes, it does fling the stuff around, but it gets it out of there, makes it a lot easier to clean it up in the long run. This just makes it that I can get into those cup holders, just everything. Plus, it's my new obsessive toy. You guys know how I am with cleaning products. I love them. It makes cleaning fun, and I don't enjoy cleaning. I clean because it makes me feel better. I don't work well or live well in chaos, so that is why I clean. So since I don't love cleaning, which I know is like taboo to say from a cleaning channel, I like to use things that make it fun to me, and something like this I just love using.
Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention. Yeah, we just wanna dance on our own.
All right, so it's actually a different day now, and this was like my big day of cleaning. This was the day before we left, so I wanted to make sure that all the laundry was done. I'll be honest, for the most part, cleaning before vacation doesn't ever overwhelm me. It is a lot because you like want to make sure the car's cleaned and whatnot, but for the most part, it's everyday cleaning. The one thing though that always gets to me is the amount of laundry, because I want to get it all done, and I don't normally do all laundry and bedding and everything in one day, but I want to make sure that this is all done in one day so that when we come back, our laundry done, our beds are fresh, and everything is the way it's supposed to be. I have to say though, the one thing about ever leaving home any type of vacation or whatever it is I hate not being able to sleep in my own bed. I love sleeping in my house, my mattress. Like, we bought this mattress specifically for us. like most people, sleep is really important to me, so I was super excited to partner with Helix on today's video. We have had our Helix now for going on 8 months. I love Helix because it is delivered right to your door. This is footage from when we first got it. You guys see by the fact that our room looks a bit different now compared to this footage. Like I said, it comes directly to your door, rolled up just like this. It was real easy to roll it out and get it put together and everything. This was a king size mattress, so it did definitely take Bobby and I to do it because you guys know mattresses can be heavy, but I wouldn't want it any other way. I feel like that really does show the quality of this mattress. They do have free delivery though within the US and a 100-night sleep trial test, which I think is really, really important because you need to have good sleep. So being able to actually test the mattress for 100 days gives you a realistic time for your body to adjust to it and really know it fits you. Now, we took the quiz way back when we first got this, and it actually matched us with the Helix Sunset Luxe, and we have absolutely been loving this mattress. I am a hot sleeper, so I like that this has a nice cooling effect to it. And Bobby, with all of his different aches and pains and stuff, really needs something plush, and this is so plush and comfortable. We both absolutely love it. They do have a 10-year warranty, and they offer financing options and flexible payment plans. Another thing I absolutely love about Helix is they don't use fiberglass in their mattresses. Other mattress companies use fiberglass as a flame retardant. Helix mattresses are free of harmful fiberglass. In fact, they actually own their own manufacturing facility, which is entirely free of products that contain fiberglass. As you may have seen on TikTok, because it's all over the place, there has been a lot of recent health issues as well as lawsuits related to fiberglass. So I definitely sleep a lot easier knowing Helix doesn't use it. I have said this before, and I'm sure you're going to hear me say this again in the future, but I absolutely love our Helix mattress, and I think you would too. If you're looking for a new bed, check out Helix Sleep. Their 4th of July sale is running right now. It's the perfect time to upgrade your sleep with 25% off a Helix mattress, plus you're going to be getting 2 free pillows. Click the link below, or you can go to helix.com/Cambria to find out more about this limited time offer. I did start with some of the laundry the day before, so I knew I wanted to get the kids' blankets and stuff washed, so I did this actually the day before, but it was still in the dryer, so I had to put it all away. But I know the kids are going to want to bring their blankets in the car. They're actually staying with their grandma and granddad. Well, the boys are. Bobby, me, and Freya will be staying at a hotel because the in-laws don't have the space for all of us, but when we lived in Wisconsin, the boys slept over at their grandparents' house all the time. They love it. Their grandparents love it. So we asked, well, we were going up there, if they wouldn't mind the boys staying with them while we're up there. Obviously, during the day, we would pretty much have them the whole time, but just at night. And then Bobby and I and Freya will just be staying at the hotel. But like I said, during the day, we have plans pretty much every day. Like literally, I think there is only one day. No, I lied. There's no days that we don't have plans to go somewhere. Like we're at my in-laws one day, then we're going to one of Bobby's military friends' house another day. The 3rd of July in Milwaukee is huge. They do a huge firework display at the lake. So we're going to be down there. And then we also have, what else? We're going to my grandma's house, and then we're helping Bobby's grandma in her basement. She's got a lot of stuff that has to be done down there, and we told her when we came up we would help her. She can't get to the basement nowadays, just because mobility isn't so good. So we are going over there for a day to help her. So literally every single day is jam-packed while we are up there. Alright, so a little confession here while I'm cleaning in the kitchen. I have been watching Christmas decorating videos. I know it is July. We just celebrated the 4th of July. But you guys know if you've been with my channel for a while, like even since last Christmas, our house has changed a ton. We've put the built-ins in the dining room, the built-ins in the family room, like so much has changed, and I am so excited about decorating for Christmas that I've literally been watching Christmas decorating videos in July. That is, I know, horrible, but I am that person. I love decorating for the holidays. I'm also excited about decorating for fall because you guys know last year I didn't decorate for fall. We were still, like, nothing was done for the most part. We still didn't have our kitchen completed. There was so much going on that I was not going to decorate for fall. So this year is the first year that I can decorate for fall. I'm just excited for that time of year, and I don't want to rush summer. Like, I love summer. I love spending summer with my kids. But I am so excited and ready to, like, have fun with seeing how things will move and change. And just even from what I did last year to this year, it's just, like I said, I'm insane. I am that crazy Christmas lady. But yes, I am already watching Christmas in July. I know people have been asking, I've answered this a couple times, but I want to answer it again because I'm still getting these questions a lot of what's going on with the animals while we're gone. My mom and dad don't live too far from us, so they'll be coming over every day, twice a day to feed the dogs, let them out. They're going to be over in the morning to check on all the birds, let the ducks out of their cage because my ducks free range during the day. And then they'll come back at night and do the same thing. Let the dogs out, feed them, put the ducks back in their home, collect the eggs. I actually told my aunt that if she wants the quail eggs while we're gone, she can have them. We will end up with about 100 eggs that have been laid while we're gone, just because they lay. I think we're getting right now about 16 to 20 eggs a day from my quail. So I told my aunt and uncle, feel free to take them while we are gone because I know once we come back, we're going to have plenty. All of our current eggs, I am actually hard boiling to take on our trip. That way we have snacks for in the car. The kids love the hard-boiled quail eggs. Plus, just when we're up there, we'll have them to munch on and snack on. And hard-boiled is just the easiest way to travel with them.
Tell me why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Tell me why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy?
So I will say on this day, I wasn't worrying too much about the floors. I was having the robot vacuum do every single room. So like as I went through a room, I sent the robot vacuum into that room. Normally what I try to do, and I did not film this because that's just too hectic, is when we leave, we pack the car, get the kids in the car, get everything settled, and then I mop my way out of the house. Get the house a nice fresh mopping before we leave. So that is literally done right before we leave. So that is why you don't see me doing much with the floors, but trust me, that is on my list. I just know on this day it was more of get everything else around the house done. I also told the kids, I'm like, I'm not cooking dinner. I do not want leftovers. I had already been like eating down the fridge and making sure there was very little in there. And I wanted all the leftovers gone. So that the day before we leave and the day we leave, it's very minimal mess that I try to make because I want the house to be easy, just quick, tidy, and then on the road, let's go. We normally leave at like 6 o'clock at night. We have found that that is the best because we don't have to worry about any of the traffic. And it's not great driving at night, but by the time you're like getting really tired, the sun starts coming up again and it's like a whole refresh. So we always leave at 6 o'clock at night. It gets us there the next day, mid-afternoon, and it always works out perfectly.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long.
You can see I'm like trying to also time out the day of what rooms I'm doing because I was doing bedding at different times. Now, even though I stripped our bed like first, I actually cleaned our bedding last because I knew it was more important to get the kids' bedding and everything washed and completely dried before Bobby and mine, because if we had to stay up a little later, we have to stay up a little bit later, where the kids, I want to make sure that they're in bed at a good time. And each bedding is one load of laundry. So just in bedding alone, we had 4 loads of laundry and then another 2 of clothes. And yeah, like I said, my least favorite thing about getting ready to go on vacation is laundry. You guys know I don't love doing laundry. But it is definitely one of those things that is a must. Like leaving and coming home to a mess of a house is something that I just don't want. So making sure all the beds are good, all the clothes are washed, and everything is smelling clean and fresh when we get home, to me is really, really important. For the most part, the boys' room was not that bad. I just did a little bit of tidying up. I had asked them to tidy up earlier in the day, and they did a good job, but I knew I wanted the vacuum. Like I said, as I went through rooms, I had the vacuum come in. So I was just doing a quick another tidy up, make sure everything was picked up. That way the vacuum could come in here and get it all done. Also, here's your reminder, if you are getting a ton of laundry done today, like I am, don't forget to switch over your laundry. I was actually putting her bedding back in for a little bit because there was an area that was still wet on it. But I am notorious at forgetting to switch over my laundry. So that is your reminder, if you have laundry, to switch it over. I had to like set a timer on this day because it normally takes about an hour-ish. Maybe an hour and a half for each load, especially when I'm doing bedding. So I wanted to make sure that as I was cleaning, I also was reminded that I had to go and deal with the laundry and stay on top of it. If I hadn't gotten all the clothes done on this day, it wouldn't have been a big deal because I still had some time the next day to get it done. The bedding was my biggest thing. I knew I wanted to get that completely done before leaving. Also, going through and dusting all the main areas, I always really like to do and make sure is done. When the dogs are at our house, they will be staying mainly in that sunroom dog area just because we don't want them to get destructive, and they can do that sometimes. I do think they're going to be way, way happier, though, with this trip compared to when we lived in Wisconsin and came down here, because when we did that, Drake went over to my sister's, and then Bailey went over to Bobby's parents' house. So one, they were separated, and two, they weren't at their regular house, so they always seemed to be more anxious. So I definitely think that being able to stay home and just have my parents come over and check on them. We also have our neighbor's number, and there's a camera in that dog room so we can check on them. So if anything major came up, we could also always text our neighbor as well. But I definitely feel like for the anxiety, especially of Drake, our husky, it's going to be a much, much better experience for them.
Through the dice and lost it all. But when I'm around you, I get a bit nervous, like in a plane before it's taking off.
Making bunk beds can always be so obnoxious, but that is one reason I do love these Betty's bedding. I get asked questions about these on a regular basis. These are Betty's, and I like them, one, because they're easy for the kids to make. You just zip them up. They look neat and clean. But also, when it comes to making the beds for bunk beds, it's easier in the long run. Like, the main making of it, what I'm doing right now, yes, that takes a little bit of time, but I swear that's anything. But when it comes to like daily making the bed, just being able to zip it up, there's no tucking or anything like that, it definitely makes a big difference. And luckily Xander's big enough that he can help me. He wears the mattress like a hat as I put it on and helps me put it back up, because I definitely can't lift it. I can bring it down by myself, but lifting it up, it's just awkward. It's not crazy heavy, but it's just an awkward shape. The nice thing about having to get all this done, though, in one day is we are at the time of the year where the sun stays up so much later. So I believe it's like 7:30 at night at this point, but it's still sunny and shining. We usually have sunlight till a good 8:30. So it definitely makes it easier to get everything done in one day and not feel like you're working into the evening, even though you are working into the evening when the sun is up. That always makes me very happy. And yes, we will have one night of sleeping on these sheets, but I figured that's not the end of the world, and to try and get all this done the day we leave is just not even possible. Not when you got to get the animals settled and finish the like last minute packing, and you guys know how it is. There's just so much to get done that doing this the day before is a must.
We're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart.
I also want to thank everyone who is giving me ideas on a comforter. I didn't even know that you could look up oversized comforters. So I'm going to keep my eye out, find something that I like. I'm having a hard time because I love my bedding. Like, this is so soft and cozy. I don't think a California king will work, though. Let me know if you have a king-size bed, if that really does make a difference. I know before I did YouTube, I sold furniture and did interior design. So I worked with beds a lot, and from my recollection, a California king is longer, but it's actually skinnier if I remember the measurements between a king and a California king. I might be remembering that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the difference between a king and a California king is the California is a little bit skinnier, not a ton, but it's longer, so it's great for tall people.
All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. Uno, dos, tres, hey, yo.
Oh, and this was actually the day we were leaving. I knew I didn't want to do any of this cleaning when it came to the bird stuff till the day we left. I wanted to make sure that usually cleaning these cages only need to be done about once a week. So if I did this the day we left, we were gone for a week, it would make it that my parents didn't have to worry about it. All they're doing is making sure they have food and water and collecting eggs, but they don't have to clean it. They don't have to do any of that. So that is why I waited till the day we were leaving, is I wanted this as freshly cleaned as possible. Because even if it goes a little over a week, it's not something I like to do. I like to stay on a really strict schedule of keeping these cages clean. But I don't want any of that left to my mom and dad. Like, all I want them to have to worry about is let the dogs out, let the ducks out, and feed them, and that is it. I don't want to stress them out with anything else. I will say, though, I really like the pine shaving. I was using the diatomaceous earth, and it was fine, but this definitely seems to work a lot better at keeping everything cleaner and making it easier to clean. Like, it made it a lot easier just to scrape it out. I am adding some baking soda to the quail's water. I read that in the heat of the summer, it's a great way to get them those electrolytes they need, and that apple cider vinegar in the summer is actually bad because it does the opposite, when normally apple cider vinegar in their water is really good for them. So I'm learning all the time. But now into the duck cage. This is their pool that's in their cage. They also have one by our back door. But I wanted to clean that out. I had already cleaned out the other one. And then I wanted to freshen up all of their bedding. I don't do this on a regular basis. Once every couple of weeks, I come in here and freshen up their bedding. They love it, though. I should have gotten footage of literally right after I was done, all of them in there just like flapping their wings, cuddling into it. Like, I think this is probably one of their favorite things that I do, is when I come in here and freshen up all of their bedding. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, all the things. I really appreciate you guys whenever you do that. Also, check out my link in the description below if you guys are looking into getting a new mattress. Like I said, Helix's 4th of July sale is going on right now, but I'll see you next time. Bye.